I wanted to put this together for the people that are joining me that have already set their date with the 30-day clean eating challenge, and give you a little bit more of a background of how I came into it and how I coach people on it. So the program itself is a plan. I like to call it a nutritional rebalance because we're truly rebalancing and focusing on the gut health, but it really holds true to overall health and wellness. This program is also called the 30 Days to Healthy Living, and it's a program that was set up by Arbonne International, and I am an independent consultant with Arbonne, but I'm also a nutritional coach. So I think one of the coolest things about this program specifically is that it's a segue into a healthier lifestyle. I feel that jumping into a healthier lifestyle or starting the process is super overwhelming because there's so many options out there, and some of them are fantastic. My whole outlook on this specific plan is reducing your current or your risk for chronic disease. So it's all about inflammation. Within this program plan, like I said, it's a segue into a healthier lifestyle. The best part of it is having a coach, which I did, and which I got so inspired with. That's when I started to look into it more in a more advanced way and actually go for my nutritional coaching certification. So the 30-day plan, clean eating challenge, nutritional rebalance, days to healthy living, it focuses on reducing inflammation by incorporating clean, organic, whole foods, not ridden with pesticides and toxins that are pissing off our insides. And then also adding essential vitamins and nutrients. Essential means we need it to form proper function. So our organs require it to live healthfully. And often we are missing so many from the foods that we choose. And do you want to know what these essential vitamins and minerals are feeding? The bacteria in your gut. So you think you're feeding yourself. No, I mean you are. But you're feeding them. Like, they are doing the work for you. If you feed the good ones, they overgrow and they actually poop out vitamins for you. It's so cool. But often we're choosing inflammatory foods that are feeding the bad bacteria, and they are overgrowing, and they're the ones that are causing the inflammation that's happening. So inflammatory foods, sugar. Sugar, seriously, and we're not going to eliminate sugar completely. The essential vitamins and nutrients that we're going to be using have a ton of sugar. I have a sweet tooth. I definitely had to go the full 90 days to manage my sweet tooth because I love sugar, I love cookies, I love cake, I love muffins, I love coffee cake, I love all baked goods. Like that stuff, once I start to eat it, it's very hard for me to stop. Before. Now, it's just a complete transformation. It's really cool. So we'll talk more. Okay, so sugar is literally like sandpaper on the inside. Just think of that. I mean, the tissue is so fragile already. That's what sugar is every time we're eating it. And sugar is in so many hidden forms. So we'll learn how to just know what to see on a label so we can quickly glance at a label and look and see. And just pick what's next to it, which is a healthier alternative. Okay, so sugar, dairy. So dairy may or may not be inflammatory for you, but you wouldn't know until you remove it for a period of time and then add it back in and read your body. See what it's telling you. Is it inflamed? Are you getting a headache? Is your skin breaking out? Is your mood unstable? Is your back aching? Like, there's so many ways that inflammation shows up for different people. For me, it was headaches and skin breakouts and a mood swing and low energy. I mean, it was just, but I didn't even know that those symptoms had anything to do with inflammation happening inside of me. No, I've learned so much, and I'm sharing, obviously. Okay, sugar, dairy. I think the current number is about 65% of humans are unable to process dairy properly. We just don't have the microbes that are like, yeah, give me that. They're like, no, that doesn't work for us. So there are so many amazing dairy alternatives now. I mean, don't worry, you'll be good. We'll take care of ya. Gluten and wheaten. So gluten, all the rage. Gluten-free everything, right? So there's so many studies saying that, okay, so for those that don't know, gluten is the natural protein inside of wheat. So wheat is grown and gluten is naturally inside of it, and that is the protein. It's a very sticky consistency. It's put into a lot of different products like breads, different types of baked goods. It really helps bind everything together. So a lot of studies are saying that gluten can be an issue for people because it is the source that holds on to so many of the actual chemicals that are being treated on these wheat products. So wheat, barley, rye, some other wheat products, or some other products similar to wheat that have gluten within them. So again, we don't know if it's causing you inflammation until you remove it for a period of time and then reintroduce it and see what your body is telling you. So that's the whole idea behind this. So sugar, gluten, dairy, gluten, coffee. So coffee is another highly treated crop with tons of pesticides, tons of chemicals, processed quite a bit. So after this plan, and if and when you reintroduce coffee into your life, if you're a coffee drinker, and if you want to even reintroduce it, highly consider organic. Consider organic for many differences of your foods. Yes, they are more expensive, but it's just redirecting your money. You're either directing your money towards something that's more expensive that you're putting in your body, and your body is digesting and breaking down, or you're putting your money into doctor appointments because you have inflammation, headaches, joint pain, whatever your issue is. So you make the call, whatever's more important for you. And this is not for everyone. I understand that. This program is for people that truly want to jump into a healthier lifestyle, really want to start something that makes them feel better. So if it's not for you, that's okay. Thanks for watching. But moving on. Sugar, dairy, gluten, coffee, corn. Corn is another 90% of corn in the US is treated with GMOs. So corn will be removed for a period of time. Again, lots of alternatives, lots. Oh, and alcohol. So alcohol is inflammatory. And not only that, but it's a toxin. So you're putting that into your body. Your body wants to get rid of the toxins first. So often it will work on removing the toxins and not really absorb any nutrients that you ate with that alcohol that you were drinking. So I'm a little bit more mindful of when I do drink my alcohol. If I am eating a really healthy meal, I try to eat my really healthy meal and then hours later have a drink instead of sipping, my alcohol throughout my dinner. Just something to think about long term. If you love your gut and your brain and your organs if you want to show them love, that's how you do it. You just be mindful. You just make a few adjustments. You're like, I love you, body. Here you go. Obviously, alcohol is a treat for a lot of people. I still look at it that way. But yeah, I've changed my intake for sure because I really love my life and I love my body. Okay, so symptoms I was talking about show up differently for everyone because everyone is different. Everyone is unique. So we've got headaches, sleep issues, even insomnia. Then we've got joint pain, back pain, IBS or IBD, so irritable bowel syndrome or irritable bowel disorder. So that could be anything like bloating, diarrhea, constipation, gas. I mean, if it's a chronic issue for you, yeah, everyone farts. Everyone passes gas. It is natural. It is a good thing, but within reason. And the bloating, that is a problem for so many of my clients. I mean, bloat is a problem, and it has to do with the bacteria creating that gas because it is inflamed. So if you reduce the inflammation to the bacteria you're feeding the food to, your bloat will reduce. Other signs: thinning hair, thinning nails, fatigue or just chronic tiredness, mood changes, anxiety, constant worry, nervousness. People call it brain fog. So when this is another thing. When you're feeding the bacteria inside, they are talking to your brain. So have you ever heard of the brain-gut connection or gut-brain connection? Amazing. They connect through neurotransmitters. And so there's a constant discussion between the two. And people have heard of this, I'm sure. The gut is called your second brain because it has as many neurotransmitters as your brain does and does so much of the decisions for you. But it's a connection between bacteria and the neurotransmitters talking back and forth. So brain fog or memory issues come from what you're feeding your body. So again, if there's inflammation and things aren't connecting or communicating properly, people aren't able to get out what they need to. Along with Dr. Amen, he's more of a holistic psychologist, and he talks about nutrition first for all mental disorders, all of them. From anxiety, depression, to schizophrenia, to Alzheimer's. I mean, he just talks about nutrition first. It's amazing. So look him up. He's fantastic. But he is finding with his studies that Alzheimer's happens decades before it's diagnosed. And it has to do with what you're putting in your body. Just think about that. It's something that you could change now if you want. Again, if this is not your thing and you want to just eat pizza every day for the rest of your life, have at it. If you want to enjoy the time with your family in this life that you have, if you want to not be stuck bedridden for whatever reason or on medications for the rest of your life and then having side effects from those medications and then having to take more and doctor visits and just constant, if you don't want that type of maintenance, then do this type of maintenance. Acid reflux is another form of inflammation, postnasal drip, hormone imbalances, allergies, weight gain, depression, skin issues. I mean, it's crazy. Inflammation shows up so differently for so many people. So the 30 days is focusing on replacing bad habits, daily bad habits, with daily good habits. And yes, there will be foods that we will be eliminating, but for a period of time. And there's always a healthy alternative to those foods. And that's where I come in. I show you what those are. And it's not about what we can't have. It's about what we are adding back into our life, the health that we're missing out on to feel better, sleep better, look better. And what does that do to the people around you? It's infectious. They want what you have. So then you can start your own healthy train and start teaching people what you've learned in this. Imagine being a part of your family where they are getting healthier because of something that you learned and that has worked for you. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, you are what you eat. Well, that's not entirely true. I like the idea behind it, but if you're eating nutritious foods and your gut is inflamed, you are most likely not absorbing the nutrients that your body needs. Again, essential vitamins and nutrients that your body needs to function properly. So it's more like we are what we absorb. So let's reduce inflammation, add essential nutrients back into our health so we can function at our best. So that's basically what the program is. It's a rebalance of the bacteria inside your gut. It's not a weight loss program, but like I said before, if you fuel your body with the right food, it will know what to do. When you reduce inflammatory foods from coming in, and then you also add health, you're changing the environment of the bacteria inside. In this environment, inflammation is decreased because toxins are being released, which are stored in fat cells. So a byproduct of this often is weight management. If you have weight that is extra. If you don't, it will focus on other inflammatory areas in your body. So again, it's not a diet. You can eat as much food as you want as long as it's approved and not inflammatory. And this allows your gut to have the break that it really deserves. And then you're adding the nutrients in to feed the good bacteria. So inflammatory foods. Don't get overwhelmed by the list. I did, and it's really unnecessary because everything can be replaced with healthy alternatives, and I'll be coaching you the whole way. So gluten, dairy, soy, sugar, alcohol, coffee, and corn. You can do it. You can do anything for 30 days. You really can. If you want this, if you want health, you'll make a change. And I'm here to help the whole way. So your day will look like this. You will have one whole food meal to focus on, and I've got a plate map, so you know the portions that are what you should be aiming for. And either you're cooking this or you're eating out. You can eat out on this program. You just have to learn how to modify the dish that you order. We also have a private Facebook group where we exchange recipes all the time, and it is so helpful and so fantastic. I don't really like to cook, so I keep it pretty simple, but if you're more of a gourmet chef, then there's a lot of great recipes, but also a lot of simpler ones. The other 2 meals for your day are using Arbonne's Essentials vitamins and nutrients in either a smoothie form. Smoothies are fantastic because they're easy to digest, so it gives your gut, your inflamed gut, a break. But then it's also a fantastic way to jam-pack a ton of nutrients in a very easy and to-go option. So if you are someone that prefers to chew your food, you would rather not drink, a shake or a smoothie, then there are lots of easy recipes to make pancakes, waffles, snack bars, donuts, a lot of other things. But personally for me, I love the smoothie option because I'm on the go a lot and it's just easier for me. Do you see how this plan segues you into a healthier lifestyle? You focus on one whole food plate or bowl or whatever you would like, and just learn how that concept should look and how balanced it should be. So 30 days, you're just focusing on one meal per day that you need to put together. The other 2, done for you. After 30 days, if you have hit the goals that you have made for yourself, then you've got a couple options. First option, keep going. If it works for you, have at it. I pretty much live my life this way. It's awesome for me. It's easy. I don't have to cook. I have all the energy and the nutrients that I need for my full life. So I love it, and it's delicious, so it's easy. The second option, segue into 2 whole food meals per day. So if you're really wanting to start advancing your cooking or just really feel comfortable on how you're putting your meals together when you eat out, then transition into 2 whole food meals per day and one shake, so that you're still getting those amazing vitamins and nutrients that you need to continue to change the environment inside, reduce inflammation, and then keep hitting the goals that you've set for yourself. And then once your goals have been met and you're ready to start, and you want to, if you want, introducing the inflammatory foods, which we will call treat foods, not cheat foods, always a positive. Treat foods back into your life. We'll do it one at a time, and we'll see how your body reacts. It usually takes between a few hours and 3 days before your body starts to show symptoms of any inflammation when you do take a food that can be inflammatory to your system. You wouldn't see these symptoms unless you removed what could be causing the inflammation for a period of time, anywhere between 30 and 90 days. When you order what we call the FitKit, so this has all the essentials that you need, 60 meals, so that's 2 meals per day for 30 days. It comes with plant-based protein. So most protein powders have a dairy base to them, and we're removing dairy because it can be inflammatory. So 60 servings of the plant-based protein, and we've got flavors of chocolate, vanilla. You can do one of each, 2 chocolate or 2 vanilla, up to you. It'll come with fiber. So fiber actually binds to heavy metals and fat cells, which are toxic to your body, and puts them into your elimination, so into your poop. We'll be talking more about that subject, which can be a little awkward for people, but it's such a great way to read the health inside of you. Fiber also helps you feel fuller longer, and majority of people should be taking in about 30 grams per day, and most people are only getting about 10 grams of fiber in their food choices. So often we're not feeling that fullness that we want to, and so that's when cravings start to happen. A thing about cravings, I don't think I said this yet, but cravings often are coming from the bad bacteria that we've been feeding these sugary processed foods for a period of time, for a really long time. So all the habits that we've been forming over years, maybe decades, often isn't just changed in 30 days. And that's where the whole 30 to 90 days comes in. So just have the mindset that if you're the type that does get cravings, then highly consider just working on changing those microbes for as long as you can, so that you're really truly helping yourself kick that habit and reducing the negative bacteria. Also, the more days that you are actually changing, a habit of picking something up, snacking, putting it in your mouth, like that's more of also a mind-muscle memory connection. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing this. So the longer we're reducing that from happening, the more sustainable it will be. So we've got protein, fiber, and then we've got prebiotics, probiotics, and 11 digestive enzymes. So just like we talked about, processed food feeds the bad bacteria, probiotics feed the good bacteria, and then the bacteria poop out more vitamins into our system. So this is a fantastic way to feed the bacteria what they want, so they're not creating that bloat. They're not emitting gas, which in turn is gas for us. The FitKit also comes with herbal detox tea. So herbs have been used for thousands of years to help improve human health. And this specific blend has a boatload of gut-loving herbs. And this blend was put together specifically for the gut and the liver. So we've got milk thistle, dandelion, fennel, and several other to blend together and actually support the liver. So the liver does so much for us that we completely undermine the job that it has. It does the majority of detoxification in our body. So detoxifying heavy metals, trans fats, phthalates, like BPA, parabens, pesticides, added sugars, refined vegetable oils. It does so much for us, and it's crazy that some herbs can actually support it to work better. Fantastic. And finally, the nutrient fizz sticks. People are obsessed with these, including myself. So these are little powder packets that are added to your water with nutrients like chromium, which helps curb cravings, especially carb cravings, and then gives you focus through taurine, energy from green tea and vitamin B, and it speeds up your metabolism, which also takes place in the liver. Gotta love that liver. So obviously, nutrition has become a huge passion of mine. And prior to that was fitness. And fitness and moving your body is still highly beneficial. But I truly believe from all my research with gut health, health comes from the inside out. So I coach people on healthy living altogether. I help you start looking at labels and looking at the companies that you're giving your money to. Do these companies care about your health as a human or the environment and planet that you're living on? What is more valuable than money? Time. Time on this earth. Time with your family. Time doing the things that you love. Are you investing in food and products and companies that support your health and your time on this earth? Or are you supporting a company that just wants your money and doesn't care about the ingredients that's affecting your health and your time in this life? Lock arms with me. I will coach you the whole way. Let's do this.